Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. I am using the CARLI BYBEL palette for the first time and I am obsessed with it. I love it. I will be grabbing for this for an everyday look, definitely. And the highlights in it are so pretty and pigmented. It's just so nice. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please just keep on watching. I'm going to start by priming my face with my Badescu Rosewater facial spray. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the shade Ivory Beige. So give it a shake first. I think this has to be one of my favourite foundations. It's full coverage, which is really good. It lasts such a long time. It stays put, but you can't really feel it on your skin, which is really, really good, and I love that. So I'm just going to pour some on the back, my little spatula thing. I really do need to get pumped. So I'm just going to dot that all over my face. Now I'm going to buff that in with my Y6 Morphe brush. Doesn't smell so great. That's the only thing I don't really like about it, is the smell. It smells a bit like coffee. This isn't my shade, but we can just lighten that with like concealer and stuff. Like I don't really mind if a foundation doesn't really like match my skin tone to like perfection. Only because I know I can like lighten it with concealer and things. Like I know I will put the concealer on and that will lighten it. So it just gives you like a nice bronzed glow. Then moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Contour Concealer. This is in the shade C4. And this is going to really like brighten up under my eyes and sort of like lighten everything. So the fact that the foundation is a little bit darker, I'm going to really be able to see it by the end of it. So and then just using my same foundation brush, I'm just going to press that in. And then for a cream bronze, I like to go in with my Chanel Soleil Tandy Chanel. This is such a nice bronzer. Like I always wear it if I don't want to wear foundation or anything like that, but I need some like colour to my face. I always go for this. I'm going to be using my MAC 188 brush. So I literally just swirl it into the product. And then just apply that to like my cheekbones and like my cheeks. This is literally like bronzing the skin. So I'm going to this charity event on the weekend, and it's fancy dress, so I'm dressing up as Sandy from Greece, and my wig just came about half an hour ago, and I'm still yet to try it on, but it just looks so bad. I'm like hoping I can save it. I tried to do the hairstyle with my hair, but because my hair is so bloody long, it was just too hard for me to get like the right shape, and like had to like pin it up, and it just wasn't working. So last resort, I've gone out and I've got a wig, and I'm just hoping it looks alright. So now that I'm all done with my cream products, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is in the shade 1. It looks like this. This is such a nice powder. It airbrushes your skin so much that it just looks flawless and just amazing. And if you get like oily throughout the day like me, and you're constantly having to like repowder just to sort of like mattify your skin a little bit more, this is definitely the powder that you need to get, because no matter how much you apply to your skin throughout the day, it doesn't get all like cakey and feel horrible on your skin. It just melts so nicely into the skin. It just doesn't make it feel horrible, you know? So get it. Now for a little bit of contour, obviously I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I pick up this middle shade. And I start from the back, like the top of my ear, and then I like work it down. So I start there with the product, and then I just blend whatever's left down towards like the apple of my cheek. Not on the apple of my cheek, but just so it just defines it right underneath. And then I like to blend it upwards. So I like to take it on my temples as well, and like my forehead. And for my nose contour, I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush and pick up that same middle shade. And I like to start right at the top and just work it down. I like to blend that right into the bottom of the brow and like blend it across, sort of like the top of my lid, just slightly. Moving on to brows, I'm going to take the brow, no this is not brow, this is Precisely My Brow by Benefit. And I take a spoolie just to comb them through, so they're all going in the right direction. And then I start at the front and I just fill the bottom line in. Just do really like soft strokes going up. I really just use this to like fill in my brows. I don't really make them change the shape or make them any like bigger, smaller, whatever. I just fill it in, you know. Living next to an airfield is so annoying. I have to wait like every 5 minutes for this bloody plane or helicopter, whatever it is, to go. In your own time, babes. You know, not got nothing to do or anything. And then what I like to use is my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. This is like a gel, but it has like a little bit of pigment in there, so it sort of like tints them for you, which is amazing. And it makes them look even fuller. Let's just brush that through and you're done. So moving on to eyes, I'm a bit late in the game for this, but I got the BH Cosmetics CARLI BYBEL Deluxe Edition palette, and it's so pretty. Has this huge, I just always stick my fingers in the shadows, always. So it's got this huge mirror on top and all these beautiful colours. And I know you can use some of the eyeshadows as highlights and the highlighters as eyeshadows, which is so good. She created this palette for like an everyday use, so everyone could, if someone was going out and they just didn't know what to use, you could grab this. As there's so many different colours in there, you can do so many different looks. Like you can glam it up with the darker ones or have more of like a subtle day look, and these highlights are just amazing. So yeah, I'm going to be using this today. So I don't really know what look I'm going to be doing yet, but I'm just going to sort of go with the flow, you know, just pick whatever I want. So I think for my transition shade, they don't have names. They don't have names on them, which is okay. For my transition, I'm gonna go in with this like nudie, like orange tone, which I think is perfect for your crease shade. I'm actually just blending that right across my crease, like all the way, like from outer to inner half of the crease. I'm blending that right out to the brow as well. So just to deepen it slightly, I'm going to go in with this darker colour, more like a darker brown shadow. So I'm going to go in with just using the same brush, just deepen that crease a little bit more. Next, still using the same brush, I'm going to pick up this more darker brown one. So it's like the shade darker to that one, but got a bit more of like a brown tone, which is this one's got a bit more of like an orange tone to it. So I'm just going to pick that up and I'm just dabbing it on the outer half of my eye and blending that into the crease as well. I actually really like these shadows. I mean, there is a little bit of fallout. Like when I'm putting my brush into the pan, it is kicking back a little bit and it is slightly falling down my face, but sometimes I don't really mind that. Like if it's a really nice shadow, super easy to blend out. I don't know, sometimes I'm not that mad about it. Like if the pigment wasn't there, then I'd be probably a little bit annoyed, but it is, and it's really nice to blend out. Like it's super soft and like buttery to blend out, so that's always really good. Okay, so it's hard for me to choose what shadow to do in my like inner corner. I know I wanted like a shimmer. I'm going to go in with this goldy highlight shade, this one right here. It's really pretty, and I'm going to take that on a flat shaded brush. This is the 234 Luxe Smoky Shader by Zoeva, and so this is just the pigment. I haven't sprayed my brush to wet it down. Just wiping that on top, it gives out so much pigment, and that's without spraying it down, wetting it to enhance like the pigment in the shadow. So nice. I'm going to take a pencil brush and pick up that same highlight shade, and I'm going to take that into the inner corner. Just to really sort of like open up the eye. So pretty. I'm going to take a little bit more of that and put it on my brow bone. I'm going to grab this eyeliner by Morphe. This is in the shade Richie and it's like a really nice chocolate brown. Just warming it up on the back of my hand to start with, so it's easier to apply. And I'm going to apply that to right close to my lash line. I'm not going all the way into the inner corner, I'm stopping like just over halfway. And I'm going to take that up slightly, just into like a slight wing, nothing too dramatic. So I'm going to go back to that second shade that we laid down, and I'm going to run that under my lower lash line. And then that darker brown shade I'm going to put right at the back. I'm then just going to take that same liner and run that in my lower waterline. I'm then just going to apply some mascara to my top and bottom lashes, and I'm going to be applying the Ardell Wispies for Falsies. I'm going to take my Morphe Sweets matte liquid lip. I like to put a small amount on and then blend it out with my finger. And then I'm going to take my lip liner from itchy right there. I'm going to take my lip liner from Morphe. This is Backseat Love. So then with this I like to sort of create an ombre. For highlight, I'm going to take the same highlight that I used on my lid, which is this one right here. It's really nice. Ooh. I'll take this down my nose as well. You barely need anything. Like, that was literally just like a touch. And it's so pigmented. I'm going to apply this on my Cupid's bow as well. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I absolutely love the palette. It's super pigmented, so easy to blend out, which is key, and the highlight shades and the shimmer shadows are so pigmented. Like, sometimes with like cheaper brands, they're not as pigmented, but this one is so pigmented and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I think I'm going to be using it every day. If I'm going to be doing an everyday look, then I probably will grab that, because it's got so many nice colours and I love the purples in them. It's just really sort of my tones that I like. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe.